Have you ever wondered how to support your friends who are spending the holidays alone? Or are you that friend, right? I'm Margaret Johnson, your wedding fairy godmother, professional wedding officiant, and premarital mentor. I'm here to walk you through the steps of your moment of yes to your moment of I do. This is surrounding the holidays. We talk about everything on this podcast, and since the holidays are upon us, I want to talk about how to support your friends that may not be in a relationship or may not have those around him and what around them and what you can do to help. So, while this time of year is traditionally full of opportunities to celebrate, there are many people who the holidays can feel isolating to, right? It's a difficult season to get through. And while spending this time with ourselves is a great way to explore and invite growth into our lives, it can be particularly challenging to find positive in being by yourself during a time of year when you're expected to feel nothing but happy holiday joys, right? The good news is that there are many ways that you can connect with and support loved ones from a distance if you can't fit them into your schedule or budgets to invite them in for the holiday season. From dropping off baskets filled with yummy treats to exchanging cards to expressing your gratitude and love. Today, we're just kind of going to go through some ideas that helps foster connection and build community in a season for those who need it the most. Reaching out is a great place to start. Be sure to ask before you assume how they're responding to being on their own this holiday season. So if you know someone who's going to be on their own this holiday season, maybe you don't want to be around your family, right? But just don't assume that they're okay. Reach out. It's possible that they're looking forward to having or not having to endure a long family meal. And of course, it's possible that they're heartbroken over not being able to go home or gather with loved ones, right? So just do a soft checking. By checking in, you're inviting your friend to share their truth, right? And you're offering them a space so they can feel heard. So don't go in full force one way or the other. Just do a nice soft check in. This is also a great time to provide additional outlets for your friend that may need extra support. Or maybe you need the support, right? Maybe you're reaching out to someone who is a comfort to other people, and maybe you can share with them what's going on with you. So never leave your friends out in the cold, right? Always check in. Maybe that's encouraging them to connect with a therapist, right? Or schedule a Zoom phone call with their family. But just listen as a voice. You might just be there to be a sounding board for them, right? Many of us have at least a couple of days off during the holiday. It's such a busy season, and everyone is in need of a little rest these days, I think. So you want to curate a lineup of your favorite holiday episodes and send them, maybe some book recommendations or um, support their rest, right? So it doesn't always have to be, we out in these streets, or how what was that saying they had going on? We outside. Everyone needs some rest, right? Again, we don't want to get into this social media outlet of what the holidays should look like. We might just want to chill off on that Thanksgiving Day and that day off and make that okay too. You can even dream together with your friend, right? Or the person who you want to reach out to. So next time you're chatting with your friend, let your focus shift to the future, right? And a bit of what that, because that feels good for people, right? Dreaming up a theme dinner party, or things, a possible future trip that you might want to take together. Of course, we're not just putting fantasy out there. These are things that could really come to fruition. So schedule some time, chit chat with your friend. You can also drop off a basket filled with their favorite things, right? There's a reason sharing gift baskets with your new neighbors was once a staple of every guide to etiquette, right? So When you moved into a new neighborhood, you get a gift basket, maybe some baked cookies. Putting together a collection for your friends' favorite things like snacks or baked goods or candles. You can't get enough of that, right? And dropping it off at their front doorsteps, it's a thoughtful surprise, and anybody would be happy to receive that. Now, of course, if this is a close, good friend of yours, you want to check in if they're on any kind of diet or restriction since the last time you talked to them. But for the most part, a little bit of cozy socks or a candle, who wouldn't appreciate things like that, right? You can even pack your friend dinner or a bottle of wine, a pair of pajamas, just something to let them know that you're thinking about them. Not necessarily, maybe they don't want to participate in your family dinner or want the excitement. But again, just show up, check in. You also can take advantage of virtual entertainment, right? There's so many amazing classes and performance and exhibitions and so much more that we can access online. So you can set up a date with your friend, right? So, or maybe a few of you get together from afar and just chat about something fun. Maybe you can do a DIY winter wreath virtually, or queue up an online workout, take a cooking or baking class. If your friend is long distance and you know that they're alone, or if you're alone, right? Sometimes we're the ones that are alone and no one reaches out to us, but that's not because they're not thinking about us. They're busy. So, hey, take the initiative, right? Let's not feel sorry for ourselves. Let us make a suggestion, right? Just like, don't assume all the time that like people are so busy that they can't find time for you. And if they are, then you made the effort, right? So if you're the one who's missing out or you are not around people for the holiday, there's nothing wrong with reaching out to the people that you do want to spend time with, right? And we don't always want to assume too that just because people have folks around them that they're okay too. So hey, either which way, like just take the initiative, right? Um, you can also volunteer together with someone, right? Whether you're spending the holidays alone or lot or not, giving back can raise anyone's spirits and reminds us all that we have something to contribute. You can just see what opportunities are available right now in your community. You can go online for ideas. You can connect with organizations that, organizations that distribute handwritten letters to those overseas or gathering donations for a local food bank. Any option you choose will have the same effect, right? Boosted empathy is a reminder of what the holiday season is really about, right? So even if you're not on the receiving end, giving, in my opinion, feels 100 times better. Even when you're feeling down and feeling sorry for yourself, and we're not using this as an exercise so that we can be like, oh, well, at least I'm not as bad as that person. There's something about giving that just sparks a light in you, right? You can also just send a little "I'm thinking of you" note. Doesn't have to be a grand basket. It could be a letter, but it could be a text, you know, that you just who wouldn't feel good about getting a text to let their friends know what they're most grateful for about them, right? And sometimes it can be a little bit more meaningful if we're not sending, obviously it's going to be more meaningful if we're not sending it like a chain, but we don't necessarily have to send it on Thanksgiving Day or Christmas Day. As leading up to the holidays, people do go through a rough time. And there's nothing wrong with before the holidays or when you're thinking about it. Let people know what you're grateful for about them. Maybe it's their vulnerability, it could be their strength or their kindness. Maybe it's their ever expanding imagination that keeps you inspired. Make a list of all the things you love and appreciate about them and write it on a list in a car and drop a little note and put it in the mail. It could be a DM, a message, a small note in the mail. Just a simple gesture can make an amazing impact on somebody's day. Just wanted to give those little bit of tips, right, for now. And hopefully, this is a great holiday for you, and we can make someone else's holiday a great one as well. Till next time.